Is it too late now to say sub, please? Cause I'm streaming on twitch.tv. Oh, whoa, whoa. Is
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
it too late now to say sub, please? Oh, I know that you want ad-free viewing now. Is it too late to ask for a sub train now? Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo-doo, sub, please. And
Welcome
that is
back.
that's my request to Justin Bieber to
Sub to Majed
work
underscore.
for his stream team.
Oh, or that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not leaving the Mad Jed team for Justin Bieber.
Definitely not. For sure
What's up?
not. Right?
Not like 100% not leaving for Justin Bieber.
Welcome back to Oh That Reminds Me. I'm Mackenzie.
I'm John.
And we're here to yap. And if you're watching
like
on
an hour.
YouTube or you're on Spotify, we're playing balloons this episode. So we shouldn't talk about the game other than this 1 second that I'm talking about it right now.
And she just broke the freaking fourth wall.
Well, I was like thinking, like, what if they were like, oh, I wonder what? I guess they would make them click on it if they're wondering what game we play. Shit.
But this one, if you guys got the time, you're gonna want to be video, because I don't even know why you're gonna want to be video, but Mackenzie has teased that you're gonna want to be video.
True and real. I have videos for the video.
Yeah, so we'll do our best for the audio listeners.
This is also the first time you're watching me play a video game.
Yeah, so for context on that, I reset my entire computer, because I don't know if you're like this at all, but I needed to I've never reset my PC like the entire time that I've had it. I still had like the installers for like Discord and stuff like that from when I first got my PC, like on my PC, right?
But your PC has had so many issues. You backed it up or something?
Yeah, I've always anytime I've done tried doing fixes for it and stuff like that, I've purposefully avoided fully resetting it, just because it was just this weird thing I had where it was full of so many memories and so much stuff that I didn't want to get rid of. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, I'm never looking at 90% of this, and I probably will never. I had still taking up storage, multiple recordings from when we applied for MCC and stuff like that.
Yes, I had many of those.
And it was I didn't want to every time I looked at them, I knew that I should delete them, but it was hard to look at them and then pull the trigger on I'm making this lost media now, it's going away forever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I was never gonna rewatch them. We just don't do that. And then finally, I was like, all right, I want to see if I can get my PC to breathe more life into it with a full reset, and then do some optimization settings and stuff like that. So I fully reset it. I reinstalled Windows. I followed an optimization guide. I don't have a bunch of pre-installed bloatware and stuff that normally comes on Windows. So I'm missing a lot of the stock Microsoft apps that just take up space that I don't use. And immediately I'm getting way better performance. Everything on my PC opens up way faster. Games run extremely smooth. My Fortnite doesn't stutter anymore. My Siege runs 50 FPS higher than it was before. Everything is so much nicer.
Huge.
So I'm really happy
So do
about
you
that.
recommend this for everyone?
Yeah, I would say if you've got a shit ton of stuff on your PC, to just reset it. Just
Good to know.
because I'm kind of the same way in real life too right now, where I still have boxes from when I moved into the house that I'm in, and that was so long ago, and they're just full of stuff, and it's so hard when I look at the stuff to be I'm gonna get rid of this stuff, but I've lived my life this long with it just in boxes, so clearly I never use them or never look at them, so I don't need the stuff. I should just get rid of the stuff.
I have so many boxes of just computer stuff, and I'm like, oh, I need this in case I'm gonna move and I need to put it in a box. I just put it in the original box, or I'm like, I don't know, I need to place it somewhere, I'm gonna put it in the box, which I never do. And I had my whole closet be boxes once, and I was like, oh, that's a lot of boxes.
That's a lot of boxes.
But the most important question that I will remember is, how was your week, John? How are you?
My week was fantastic. It actually felt like it's been a really long week, and I could tell that because I was trying to think today what I've done to talk about on the podcast,
Mhm.
and then I remembered that we haven't filmed since I went and I saw Chelsea Cutler.
Yeah, no, I like was thinking about like what's happened this week, and not a lot has happened in my life, but so much has happened this week.
Yeah, so much has happened. Um, but yeah, I went to New York. It was a great time. I went really early in the morning. I got there at like 10 in the morning, I'd say. I started off my day by being a good citizen because I went on the subway and I like rode the subway to the subway station I need to be at. And then I was walking down the stairs, and when I hit the bottom of the stairs, this old lady was like, "Excuse me, sir." And that's not what she sounded like, but that's what she sounds like now. Um, and then I was like, "Oh boy, like what's gonna happen now?" And there was a woman there who had a bike. I think she did like food delivery and stuff like that, and she had a bike for it.
Mhm.
But the elevator wasn't working, and she couldn't get the bike up the stairs by
Ew.
herself. So then there was an old lady there who obviously she can't help. She's an old lady, and she asked if I could help, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me be nice this one time. And so then I decided to be nice and help get the bike up.
The gym
So then I carried the
paid
bike up to the
off.
subway station. And yeah, the gym actually really did pay off because it wasn't that hard. So shout outs.
Do you think a few years
Um
ago you would be able to lift the bike?
I think we would have got it done, but I think I would have been struggling way more because like I just like picked up the front and like carried the whole bike up there. I
Mhm.
think I would have been able to kind of like push it up and like roll it up the stairs, but I would have been like way more winded and it would have taken way more effort and been way more obnoxious to do.
Fair.
Um, so I'm glad it hit at the right time in my life. Um, but yeah, the concert was great. I walked around Soho and went to shops. If you don't know, Soho is an extremely expensive part of New York City. It's like one of the most sought after neighborhoods to live in, but it's super expensive to live in. And like all the designer stores are there, and all the rich baddies are there, and like it's crazy. Um, and one of the stores I went into is Gentle Monster. Do you know what Gentle Monster is?
I got no clue.
Gentle Monster is like a Korean, I think they're Korean, eyewear brand, and so they make like sunglasses and like glasses, right? And so then I go into Gentle Monster, and I've always looked at Gentle Monster glasses online, but the problem was, um, I can't tell online how they're gonna fit on my face. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when it comes to something like glasses, it's very important that they fit on your face. And these are like expensive glasses. So I don't want to just buy them online, then get them and they're not going to fit well, they're not going to look nice. And then I'm like, well, fuck. So finally I'm like, okay, there's a Gentle Monster why am I saying Gentle Monster? What is happening to me? There's a Gentle Monster store in Soho. I can go. So on my way to the Gentle Monster store, I was looking at my phone to make sure I was like following the right path, and I was just scrolling Twitter, and I'm walking, and then all of a sudden I see in my peripheral vision that the sidewalk in front of me is blocked off. And then I'm worried because like I'm basically at the store. So I was like, oh, is the like store blocked off? Like what's going on? So I look up and I see there's some people walking in the street. So I was like, oh, I guess I can just like walk in the street. So I go in the street and start walking towards the store. And then a lady starts yelling at me and she's like, move on to the sidewalk, onto the sidewalk. And she's like pointing for me to get back on the sidewalk, like on the other side of where it's blocked. And I look up and I realize I'm walking past like 4 directors' chairs, like 12 really high quality
Oh.
cameras. There's a lighting crew, there's like a fucking like boom arms and shit. And on the opposite sidewalk to me, they're filming some sort of show, movie, or commercial. And I'm just walking through the street on the set. And I was like, oh, my bad. Um, so
So
that one's on
wait for
me.
the
But
feature.
yes, stay tuned. I think they're done filming it, but I was trying to think. I was like, what could I be in? And then I was like, oh, they're making a Devil Wears Prada 2. What if Anne Hathaway, I think that's her name, was there and I'm in that? But I have no idea. I didn't ask or pay enough attention. But finally went into the store. Now, when I go into stores, right? I'm normally not a nervous person. I'm fine. I'll just like walk around, I'll browse, look at some stuff, maybe try some stuff on. I walk into Gentle Monster. I'm the only person in there.
I
Okay.
hate when you're the only person in a store because then like the employees are like, "Oh my god, a person. Let me talk to
Yeah.
them."
Yep. There's like 6 employees on the floor. And this store is laid out not like a store, but like a museum. It was so much bigger than I thought it was. And you have to like navigate it and figure out like where it goes. And there's like art installations as you're walking through. And then the actual glasses, right? They have one pair of each of the glasses in each of the colors, perfectly placed on the shelf, like pixel perfect to look nice. And you, if you want to try the glasses on, just have to go over and just fuck it up and just pick up the glasses off the shelf and then try them on. And then because I'm the only one in the store, every employee is watching me try these glasses on. So I'm like, oh God. So admittedly, I felt a little more pressure than I would have liked. So I didn't necessarily spend as much time as I wanted to in there or like really look at the glasses. I tried on like 3 pairs though, and the pairs that I tried on, I'm definitely glad that I went to the store and tried them on because some of them were ones that I was looking at online, and then I'd put them on my face and I'd look up and they were so tiny on me. I was like, there's no way. There was one pair that I grabbed to put on my face and I couldn't even fit it on my head. And I was like, okay, this is really glad that we settled this in person and I didn't spend $300 on a pair of glasses
So no new glasses?
just to have them be little kids. No new glasses yet. I am hopefully going back to New York City and then the store won't be as busy, or I'll have the courage
You mean
to
we'll
go
be
and properly
busy?
try them on. Or yeah, we'll be busy. And I'll have the courage to try on more and I'll see if they fit. If not, I found another brand that I got on TikTok that makes glasses that look really nice, but then problem, America kind of sucks and it's like expensive to ship there. So a lot of overseas brands just don't ship to America anymore. So then if I do like this brand and then I assume that they fit me and I decide to shoot, they're not as expensive. I would have to ship them to your house and then pay for
Oh,
you to ship them to me. So
I
stay
don't
tuned
even
for
know if
that.
I can ship things because we are on our Canadian Post is currently on strike. And
Oh
it's
shit.
it's been on
Okay.
strike for the past few months. Like my sister
Oh,
ordered something for a trip to Mexico and she got it today. Like it will eventually
nice.
come. It's just like
Um,
extra slow and they are only doing I think door to door deliveries or something like that.
Context for people who don't know, her sister's already back from her trip from Mexico like a week ago,
About a week, 2 weeks
2 weeks ago,
ago.
whatever. Yeah. So a little late.
Just a
Um,
bit, just a bit.
but the concert was nice. The concert was great. It was a very small venue. I got front row, so I was really excited about that.
You got
But while I
front
was out,
row, but you're tall as fuck. Did we have
yes,
any issues?
zero issues because I decided to be a nice person, be a bigger person. I'm like, listen, this is a tiny venue. This is for like diehard fans. I will be a nice person. And instead of
Stand
when we
right
walked
in the
in,
middle.
yeah, when we walked in, I was like the sixth person to go in, and I could have stood towards the middle, but I was like, you know what? There's this little pocket off to the left where I was still standing front row, very close to the stage, and like she came right up to me like many, many times. But there was like some sort of like equipment box like directly to the left of me that I was like touching. So then I wasn't gonna be standing there and like blocking anyone there, and I was kind of standing like at an angle to the stage. I wasn't like directly at the stage. So then what happened was, at least for the beginning of the concert, for some reason at some point, I didn't even notice, a girl ended up going behind me, but at the beginning of the show, no one just stood directly behind me. They just kind of like were off to the side. So then I had plenty of room and I had front row great view. Um, but before going into the concert, there was someone with a camera who was coming out, and I was watching the Blue Jays game, and she starts interviewing someone. I was like, oh, they're interviewing fans. Maybe I'll get interviewed, right?
I mean,
And then
famously, you
after
have been interviewed for Rainbow Six Siege, yet footage has
exactly,
not been shown.
whoa, there's footage.
Really? I don't remember it. Then.
Yeah, it wasn't the full interview. They like put one
Oh,
second of
yeah,
me in
yeah,
the
yeah, it was
video.
two. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It was me just being like the movement change. I had like a whole in-depth talk about like the changes coming to Siege X and stuff like that. And then the video comes out and it just cuts to me and I'm like, yep, the momentum changed. And then it cuts away. But after she interviews this person, she goes down the line and then she just starts randomly like picking people and being like, hey, do you want to do like a little interview for Chelsea and her team? Like you can say a message you want to Chelsea. You can talk about your favorite song, a song that you hope she plays tonight, like what her music means to you, blah blah, right?
Mm.
And she asked someone this, and they were like, yeah, sure. And then they filmed a video, and I was like, okay. I in my head, I like prepped my answers. I was like, all right, I'm ready to go. And she starts walking kind of towards me, and I'm like, oh shit, like maybe this is my moment. And instead of asking me, she asks the guy standing next to me. And she says, her spiel like, hey, do you want to do an interview for Chelsea? Talk about like what her music means to you, blah, 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 song you want. And the response this man gave was, which this is gonna open up a debate here. No, I'm not that big of a fan of her.
Oh, see, and then you should have been like, I would love to do it.
I
Big
thought about that,
fan.
but I was like, I don't have the courage to volunteer myself. Like, if she asks me, I will do it. But I don't know. It feels too awkward for me to interject myself and be like, I'll do it.
You should.
I should have, but I don't know. I wasn't. I've come a long way in talking to strangers
but
or
I wouldn't
publicly
have
and
done
stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not that far. But this opens up a debate topic because that guy, like I said, he said, no, not a big fan. I don't want to do that. Right. And then we, later on we go in and he's front row. And the reason is he came with a friend. His friend got the tickets and was like, yo, do you want to come to the show? And he went. Right. You have been the friend here where you have invited Natalie to shows of people she is not a fan of. And you guys have gone together. Right. This is like a normal thing that happens. Would you do it in this context of it being extremely tiny venue, like one-off show for diehard fans? Would you invite the friend who doesn't know anything about their music?
Well, the reason why I have to invite a friend is because of my parents. How old are these people?
These people are older than me. I want to say they're like late 20s, maybe like approaching 30.
I mean, you can always go to a concert and just enjoy the vibes. Like, it's always like, you don't have to like the music. I do understand that it is like an intimate concert experience, but
yeah,
I don't like. I'm not sure because, like, for example, when my sister went with me to Brent, which is Chelsea Guthrie and Dream Zucker, the two people behind us kept talking shit about my sister because she wasn't singing along the entire time, and that just kind of ruined the whole vibe.
Yeah,
so
I would never talk shit about them to their face. I would do it behind their back for sure on a podcast, personally.
Technically, they were doing it behind her back, just very loudly.
No. I mean, like, I would do it after the fact. But the other thing that I have, not a problem with, it's weird because, like, in theory, I don't have a problem with it, and maybe it's just this later thing that I'll reveal is why I'm having a problem with it.
Wouldn't you want your friend to come experience? Like, would you not take Natalie to go see it if you had an extra ticket? You bought an extra ticket. What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, I would. That's like, I don't know. It's weird. I'm probably just tweaking out because of the last thing that I'll say. But another thing, I don't know if this changes anything, but would you, in this context, still go front row and bring your friend? I feel like
yes,
maybe I'm crazy for this. I think that they should have, because they were both front row. I think that the person who is the huge fan should be front row, and then the friend should stand behind them, and let someone else who's a huge fan get barricade.
Well, I think
they took up a barricade spot, and
are they the same height? Because that's the thing with Natalie.
Yeah,
Natalie normally stands beside me because she can't see. Like, she's short.
Yeah, that's fair. No. They would have still been able to see if they let someone else in front, or like if they stood behind their friend.
Then so maybe no barricade
I think that would have been
spot.
like I think that would have been like a decent compromise for this. But the main reason that I'm beefing with them, and maybe this is why I'm hating, is because the show, fantastic show. She played a lot of her old music. She played some songs that she said it's probably the last time she's ever going to play them. I'm really happy I went. It was a great vibe, great concert. Got to preview some new songs. Got to hear an entire brand new song before it releases. That's apparently coming out soon. And then at the end of the show, her and she was playing. She had a guy playing the drums. She was like singing and playing the guitar and stuff. And then she had someone who was there who would like play the like backing track or like this that like was just like helping out, right?
Mhm.
And her and the guy who was playing the backing track started handing out all of the set lists they had. And they had like 6 or 7. That wasn't a fuck. They had like 7 or 8 set lists, and they started passing out the set list, right? And I, huge fan, really wanted a set list. And there is actually a photo because the person who was filming the interviews outside was also doing photography. There is a photo of me reaching out trying to get a set list, and unfortunately, I did not get one. But do you know who did get a set list?
Don't tell
Mr.
me.
I don't want to get interviewed. I'm not a fan. Doesn't know any of the words. He got a fucking set list, and so I'm pissed, bro. I don't think you should even fucking reach your hand out for one, bro. Like the nerve. The nerve to go for a set list when you're not even a fan. And maybe, you know, later on he gave it to his friend or whatever, and that's fine. Or like, I don't know if his friend got one. I couldn't tell. But when I was walking out of the venue, he still had the set list in his hand, and it seemed like he was keeping it. And
You should
that
have yelled at him. You should have been a Karen.
that got me so mad. Oh my god. I was upset.
Yeah, no, that sounds.
Cuz it's like
Yeah. That
the guy,
start the
like
hate train on
he got
Twitter.
everything that I wanted, bro. He got offered to say a message to her. He got a fucking set list. He's living the life that I am supposed to live, and I'm not. But her manager did give me a cool little collectible ticket thing. That's really awesome. So that was fun.
Hey, you got something.
And to speak on me talking to strangers better. I stood up for myself before we were going in. I was really thirsty, and you know what I did? I turned to the girls behind me and I said, "Can you hold my spot in line while I go get water?" And they said yes. And I was like, "Oh my god, talking to random people is so easy." And then at the end of the show, I was like, "I kind of want my picture taken to just like have a photo here." So then I turned to the guy who was next to me and I said, "Yo, do you mind taking my photo?" And he said, "Sure, of course." And then we did like a little photo shoot. And he was like taking the pictures, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I did like different poses. And then he was like, "Yo, mate, like, let me know, make sure they're good. Like, I want to make sure you have good pictures. Otherwise, like, I'll retake them." And I was like, "No, these are
Yeah, I
fine.
didn't
These are
realize
good."
how many men like Chelsea Cutler.
Um, so the demographic, other than me, in terms of men there, generally spans gay or boyfriend. Is what
Oh,
is
I
what I've
see.
learned. Not that there aren't other straight man fans,
No,
but
there. You're saying there isn't.
most of them, and she's made jokes before about like guys being there just being like boyfriends or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, it generally spans gay or boyfriend.
I see. I see.
But yeah, that was my
But
New York trip.
are you happy you went? Would recommend if
I'm
anyone?
I'm very, 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 very happy I went. It was a fucking amazing performance. I didn't realize I've like hit a side on TikTok now. Afterwards, it's like I don't know. It's figured out that I went to a Chelsea Cutler concert, and it's like feeding me Chelsea Cutler fans on TikTok. And there's so many people who are insanely jealous. Oh my so many people who are insanely
What happened?
uh, nothing. So many people who are insanely jealous of people who went to the New York show and got to see NJ for the last time, because NJ is a song named after and about her ex-girlfriend, and obviously ex-girlfriend, so she was like probably not going to play this one much. And I got to be there, and it's all thanks to you. So I
You're
appreciate that,
welcome. Thank you. I'll
because
take any credit.
I wasn't I like really wanted to go, but wasn't really gonna go, and then like wasn't even looking into how much it would cost. And then I talked about it on stream, and Mackenzie went, "Just go," and I was like, yeah, you're right. I could just go. Then I started looking up prices.
I love influencing people to spend money when I hate to spend money myself. It's great. But I'm
But how was your
happy
week?
you had a good time. My week was good. I had a procedure done. I starved
Hope it went
myself
well.
for a whole day.
Skinny
So
legend.
that was
Waist
my
wear.
first time fasting, and no offense, not a fan. I like
Not a
food.
fan. Not for you.
I went to the gym on Saturday and my whole
Dude.
body aches and I am in pain, and I didn't even do anything to my legs, but I can't kneel anymore because my knee
Oh.
hurts and something snaps in my leg every single time.
Oh.
My lower back is also in pain,
Oh.
which I also didn't work out. And yeah, so we're having a swell time here. Plus I had to work the day after, so it was just
Nice.
the cherry on
So
top.
you're just doing fantastic,
I'm
huh?
just doing absolutely amazing at the moment.
Yeah, I last week I hadn't gone to the gym for like a week. Just because like I don't know, shit was just like coming up and like not working out. So I hadn't been to the gym for a week, and then finally I like went back, and afterwards, like now my legs are like still kind of sore from hitting the leg press after not hitting it for a week, and I'm like, damn, bro, I didn't realize that like I didn't immediately like lose my gains or something, and like I'm like not as strong or some shit, but like damn, bro, my body was like not prepared to
That
to go
shit
back.
hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was my week. I believe. I don't
Nice.
think anything crazy happened. I could be mistaken. But yeah. Do I get into my drama? Do I get into the topic now? We're 30
you can
minutes
get
in.
into
This
the
might
topic.
be a 30-minute segment.
We can pop our pussy.
Are you ready to pop our pop culture? But it's been like a minute since we had a traditional version.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would like to specify that I made notes for this, and I've
Okay.
watched all the videos over again today. So,
Okay.
hopefully I do everything correctly and say everything correctly. God, we suck at this level.
I'm
Sorry.
assume if this is the drama, actually I'll reveal this afterwards if I find out what it is.
Are you familiar with Sombr?
Yes. Okay.
Would you like
So-
to reveal it now?
So I just want to say that everything Mackenzie's gonna say, I have been loosely keeping up with and getting videos like on my TikTok and stuff, and I even got one and I bookmarked it. And then Mackenzie had sent me it, and I said, "Oh, hey, I bookmarked that to talk about on the podcast." And then she replied in all caps, basically yelling at me, "This is my topic." So I was like, "Okay, not keeping up with the Sombr drama anymore. I will find out on the podcast." So
Well,
everything I've basically
to-
forgotten, and
I
everything
wanted-
that you're saying will be like revealed to me.
I feel like you always got a topic, and I never have a
Mhm.
topic. So I was like, I want a topic, and I keep getting so
That's
many
fair.
For You pages. So, Sombr, also known as Shane Michael Booz, is a singer from Manhattan, in case you didn't know.
Shane.
Yes, his name is Shane. He was a vocal major in high school, but he started Sombr in his sophomore year, which is I don't know when that is. What is sophomore?
Sophomore is 10th grade.
10th grade. He released his debut single "Nothing Left to Say" in 2021, and uses social media obviously to show everyone his songs because that's what everyone does. But yes, if you don't know, he's popular for the songs "Back to Friends."
How can we go back to being friends when we just shared a bed? That's the only one I know.
And 12 to 12.
Don't know that one.
Is that the one that goes in a room full of people I'll look
Well,
for? Maybe.
I'm sorry. That's him?
You didn't know that? Also, are you in this game?
Nope. No, I didn't
No.
know we pressed replay.
Ugh. We're not supposed to talk about the game anymore. Anyways, that
You
you don't know that was him? Yes, that was him. And then
Yeah, I didn't know.
he also has a popular song called Undressed. Maybe that's the song that goes, in a room full of people, I'll look for you, would you for me? No, that would make sense. Let me...
Undressed Sombr lyrics. Undressed. I don't want to get undressed for a new person all over again. I don't
Yeah.
want to kiss someone else's neck and pretend it's yours instead.
Anyways, those are his popular songs.
Okay.
And he's currently on his On the Late Night Young Romance tour, which is
Okay.
a really lengthy name for a tour, I must say. However, this tour has, I think, been going on for a minute. Didn't write this down. Should have wrote it down. Hold. Wait for it. Something went wrong, and it won't load it. Did he block me? Like, hello? Okay. It started in October. No.
Okay.
Did it start in October?
Oh.
What the hell?
Wait,
No.
we are in October.
We are in October. It's going on. It started September 30th and ends today. No, sorry, tomorrow in LA, which is the 28th of October.
I assume that's the NA tour because I just pulled it up.
Yes,
and it
the EU's
looks
coming.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, it looks like the tour goes on until March.
But who cares about
And then he plays
people?
Coachella.
And he's on SNL this week or next week, sometime in November. I forget when. Did you invite me? Am I missing something?
Like 3 times, yeah.
Okay, invite me. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're okay.
But on the wonderful, now I'm on looking at the EU date. God damn it. On TC, on October 12th, a TikToker by the name of Megan went to his show.
Okay.
Her is at Meganator __, which has
Fire.
nothing to do with the story. I just thought it was a funny fucking username to have. Personally.
Fire name.
But yes, she goes to a show in DC and decides to post a 9-minute video talking about her experience on the wonderful app TikTok. And this is it's a 9-minute video. I don't think we want to sit through a 9-minute video, so I have summarized all the notes here of everything she said. Her first red flag was outside in the pouring rain. Don't know why she mentioned about the rain. There was a group of 14-year-olds with their dad. And then when she walked into the venue, they asked her questions about her ID. Honestly, I don't really know how this relates to Sombr, but she was just saying her experiences, so maybe that's why, because...
I think, from what I remember, it was like they were questioning her about her ID as if it was a fake ID.
Exactly,
And so... she was saying like it was kind of like the first red flag where it's like normally when you go to concerts like for example this one that I just went to, it was all ages, but it spans older, and so they'd be like, oh, let's see your ID, and you just like show your ID, they'd look at it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, no,
and then
I
wristband
agree.
me.
I just think that's like a normal, like I want to go to a casino, they question your IDs, like very common thing that happens. Like it wasn't like, it was just more like, I think it was more the venue that they probably do it more often personally. Anywho, she says, quote, closest to a middle school dance she has been to since being in middle school and at a dance. Which basically means the whole room was apparently full of tweens. The tweens, because that's like what, 10 to 14-year-olds?
Yeah, right? Tween is like just before teenager. It might even be like, yeah, I think it's still like 14, 13.
I would assume this is like one of their first ever concert experiences because they're little COVID little babies. So they were shoving and pushing through. And it was basically like also an Instagram fest. Every single person was taking a photo. Everyone like... it was just basically hell, because I don't know if we're often concert goers, I would say, but if someone pushes me, I'm a punch that person probably. Not actually, but I'm gonna be pissed if someone shoves through me.
People have tried shoving at actually at the first Chelsea color show I ever went to, and at the Fred again concert I went to, there was people who tried like shoving and getting closer. And I am lucky enough to be a gigantic man, so I pretty much just turn it into like brick wall mode, and I refuse
Mm.
to give up the line. And then sometimes, like at the Fred again show, um, I went into brick wall mode, and then I looked next to me, and there was a guy with his girlfriend, and that guy, me and him kind of like locked eyes and silently acknowledged that like we are holding the line. And so when people would try to push through, we would like block them off and make sure they couldn't get through. And we were the defense. But yeah, I'm not punching, but I'm making sure your ass is not pushing through.
Like during a festival, that I would say is more fine, which might confuse people just because a festival, a lot of people, there's so much empty spaces half the time that it's like
Hmm.
people can get close without like it. Like if you're all the way in the back, you could easily get closer. You're deciding to stay in the back, in my eyes. So I feel like that's fine, but maybe that's a controversial take. Anywho, the tweens were pushing. And then she goes on to talk about the opener, who is Devin Gabriella. And she kind of was a little mean, I'm not gonna lie. She was complaining how she is an awful singer and she
Oh,
couldn't sing at all. She had no stage presence. She would go back and
damn.
forth on the stage and she would basically wave to nothing. Every time she went to a corner of the stage, she would just wave as if there was someone waving to her.
Hmm.
Um,
I think it's fair to offer like criticism, but I think
mhm.
I think just like insulting
Yeah,
someone,
no, she was a
especially
little
if you're
mean
you're an
there.
like yes, Sombr has some popular songs, but like he's a relatively like smallish artist, and so the opener is also gonna be like a small
Even
artist.
smaller.
So yeah, so criticizing or not criticizing, but insulting like someone's abilities when they're like that small and starting out, and this is probably their first experience touring, like
Mhm.
kind of mean.
But then she goes on to Sombr after smack talking her for a bit, and says that the first 2 minutes on stage, he made a 6-7 joke.
6,
Six,
7.
seven. Now, Renee Rapp also made a 6-7 joke when she went
Yeah,
on stage at
and
the
you're a big
Toronto.
Renee Rapp fan.
I am a big Renee Rapp fan, which is why I'm going to steer off the topic really quickly to talk about the fact that I didn't go and see Renee Rapp this time when she was in
Oh my god.
Canada. Yes, if you guys don't know, I saw Renee Rapp once in Montreal at Oshiega,
Hmm.
and she might have been a little hungover because she performed at Lollapalooza the
Hmm.
day before. So she might have forgot to sing Tummy Hurts and was a little late to her set and everything like that. But I wanted to see her when she was here for her tour because Alexander
Hmm.
23 was opening for her, and I'm an Alexander 23 fan, so I wanted to see
Go
him.
Alexander 23. We know you're listening. Please remember that your solo fans exist. Give us music. Thank you. Love you.
So I was going to do it, but ended up not because I had class, and then I just
Hmm.
became a fan of her music basically that week because I was listening to it because I wanted to go.
Uh-huh.
Um, Fast forward to this month, Renee Rapp is touring and she is coming to Canada one day only, which is for a music festival, All Things Go. She is
Yep.
headlining. The tickets are like $130. I was like, I don't really want to spend all that money for a festival when I really only want to see one person, even though that's still like the price of a normal ticket if she did a stadium.
Well, I
But
guess two people. Tucker was there.
well, that's the other day. So that 130 was for
Oh,
one
oh,
day.
it's like for one day. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, I thought that was for like the weekend
So
pass.
like it would be that, and I would see Chelsea Cutler. I don't know any Chelsea Cutler songs. No offense, John. Um,
She
but
sang songs from Brent.
yeah. Anywho, but I like entered a giveaway. Just I don't even remember when I entered the giveaway. I think I just did it
Hmm.
because why not? It was like 2 buttons.
Uh-huh.
Fast forward to this weekend, I was like, I was starving myself and I was trying to distract myself from the fact that I couldn't eat. So I went and cleared out all of my storage on my computer and also decided to look through my emails. Turns out I won a 2-day giveaway to go see All Things Go. Only I was 2 weeks a little late. So
2-day pat. Do you know what the seats would have been like?
no, I only know what that email was. So
I I don't want to like make it worse, but I feel like they would have been decent. I don't think they
well,
would
I
do a
didn't
giveaway
get
and give you like bad
the
tickets.
well, the thing though is I didn't get like the highest score. Like what's it called? Like it said on the thing like, "Oh, you didn't win the biggest prize, but here is something."
Okay, so maybe it was just like regular
Maybe
tickets.
yeah. But
even still.
yay. But yeah, that's my little side comment. So close,
When
but so far.
when you told me this is a random aside. I like came to the realization in real time that like it's hard to sometimes what am I trying to say? It's hard to portray your tone in typing sometimes. I like remember that because I was like laughing about it in call in like a goofy like, oh my god, that's like so funny way. And I was gonna say like, haha, you're an idiot. And then I typed out you're an idiot, and then I was like, wow, that sounds so mean. And I didn't want you to think I was just like attacking you.
It
And
hurts
so
me.
yeah, in real time, I
You remembered
came to the
why the Dream
discovery that
SMP loved tone
yeah,
indicators.
yeah, I was gonna say sometimes I was like, wow, sometimes tone indicators like are important because yeah, I didn't want to be rude.
But back to Sombr. She says that he makes niche meme references the entire time, and it's just basically brain rot on stage, so perfect for you. And then 30 minutes into the
Sahur.
show, this is a concert, by the way, he cuts the music and he has a dating show. And, quote, raise your hand if you want to come on stage and call your toxic ex. Make sure it's toxic and make sure they pick up. And he decides to pick 3 different tweens to come up on stage. 3. That is so many.
Three.
Why 3?
3 is crazy for a segment. I'm not gonna lie.
That is like, what the hell? I believe I do have a clip of it. So we get a little idea of.
We can get a little audio.
Yes,
And if you're, of course,
let me
watching
mute
video
the
on YouTube.
Ramble Lock stream real quick. 1 second. Let me go over here, and let me go like this. Boom. Look at that. Pro. Okay. This might be loud. Let me just... Oh, this is him barking. Never mind. Oh, we'll get into that.
Right now. Good girl and boy. Wait for the
Is this even the clip?
artist to
I
come
swear.
on and
Hold. This might be the wrong clip. Yeah, we know it's a TikTok. Shit. My bad. Spoilers. Okay.
why did y'all break up?
Pretty much just broke up with me
Oh.
because like he takes TikTok very seriously.
Really? Wait, that's just like me. How many followers do you have, brother?
50K.
Babe, I have 4 million.
Oh,
and I
wait.
can stay with a girl, and I've determined that the woman is the problem once again.
So, yeah, he basically asks them to come on stage and then is like, ha 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 ha.
saying call your toxic ex and them being like 12 years old and the toxicity
exactly.
being
It's
like he likes TikTok.
It's like they are little babies. Ooh, why do you think they're gonna be in a relationship with like someone toxic? Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I also when I heard this, it also made me think like maybe I'm being the friend that's too woke right now, and it's not that weird, but I feel like it's low key romanticizing toxic relationships to little tweens because it's like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like they're like
the bit is
they're like big
also-
fans of.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say they're like big fans of this music, and you know he's probably singing about toxic relationships all the time and stuff like that. And then they want to get called up on stage, you know, and like call their toxic ex and and I feel like it could like give some kids just like the wrong message and like make them want to experience a toxic relationship or something.
And also, like the whole bit of it is that he always is like, and the woman is not the problem. Like that's always like what he says at the end from all the clips that I saw. Anywho, 3, like I can understand 1. Like 1, sure, but 3 that's just a whole time commitment, and you have to hope that they pick up. And then it's
Yeah.
awkward if they don't pick up, and then it's like, and obviously they want to do it because they're on like they're gonna be on stage and they're gonna get a viral TikTok clip and they're gonna meet their favorite artist.
That's another thing I saw. I don't want to like jump the gun here. Maybe we're gonna talk about this later, and if so, like you can cut me off. But I saw another person who kind of made a video like talking about their experience, and on this topic, like one of the big things they said was like it's maybe not like that weird, but it killed the vibe of the concert, like the flow of the concert. Because
Exactly,
normally, you know, you like play some slow songs, then you play hype songs, and you like keep the energy going and keep people engaged. But randomly, there was just this like multi-minute, like really long, call up 3 people, like do phone calls, slow ass segment
Yeah,
that like it.
and you
even
have to
even
hope
if you don't think
as
it's weird,
well that the person is like gonna. It's like stand-up comedy. Like you have to hope
yeah,
that
yeah, you
you
have to
get a
hope it's
good
entertaining.
response as well.
Hmm.
But the big thing, which we got a little into because I sped the wrong video, is that he would make super niche references to 13-year-olds, but then also say super not vague, vulgar stuff about like getting his dick stuck or asking him to bark for him or saying, quote, that he's daddy. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. That's not really, especially if your audience is tweens, which we'll get into in a little bit. But keep
Yeah,
that
you're like
in
it's like
mind.
you're making references that only tweens would understand, so then you know that they're like straying younger, but then right after that you're like making really sexual like vulgar comments
Mhm.
and making them do like weird shit. So it's just like weirdly inconsistent.
Yeah. But then Meg claims that he's just an overall bad performer and said that he had bronchitis and he would let the backing track play over like the most important notes and that he had no stage presence and his dancing is terrible. He had like a bit where he had like a temper tantrum about a clothing rack and would start throwing clothes around. Apparently he kept saying that he's a shit. I didn't think he made the song gnarly, but I'm the shit. Yeah, I'm the shit. Quote, most egotistical performance I have seen in my life, unquote. And then other quote, seems like he thought he was role model, vibes are so off, end quote. And
Hey,
then
not everyone can be Tucker Pillsbury.
and then she called him Slenderman and said he danced like Napoleon Dynamite. And he's 20 but acts like a 13-year-old is the last thing she said in the original wonderful video. And then the next day, though, she posted another 5-minute video because that video blew up, where she basically cleared up some confusion because the video went viral and people had a lot of thoughts. Because people were saying that she said, "Oh, can tweens not enjoy the wonderful concerts?" And she was like, "Never said that." She was just kind of making a video. I'm gonna repeat myself a bit, but she's trying to like make a video so people are aware of what they're getting into, you know?
Yeah, it's just kind of like a heads up if you were on the fence about going to a concert of his, like this is what I went through. So like before you buy your tickets, is this an experience you want to experience, kind of thing?
Yeah. He knows his audience is tweens, and everyone knows his audience is tweens. Then why is he talking about getting his dicks up? He said for verbatim that he said that, quote, this freak in a mask wanted to suck my dick, end quote. Confused about what that means, but apparently that's what he said. People commenting on her video, barking, and saying that barking has been a thing. So they're arguing that she's uncultured and like barking is a normal thing, or I don't understand teenagers.
Yeah.
I do have a clip of hers, but I realized I never exported it onto Discord, and then Discord is saying it's too big of a clip because I don't have Nitro anymore.
Nitro.
Yes. But apparently she had people in her comments saying like, let the kids have fun, and she said like, oh, if she was a kid, maybe this is a Karen, but she would not want her kid to hear. The reason why I quoted it is because she then like said a bunch of the things, and I was like, I don't really want to say like some of the things that she said there, like
you don't want to
Yeah.
say the words.
But people were saying that in the beginning of his tour, the shows were normal and something happened. But
he got replaced by aliens.
Yeah, something hit him with I don't who knows. But then what's it called? She did apologize for how she acted about the opener. She was like, I was rough.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's the one thing she gave ground on.
Yes, she was like, you are right. I was a little rough. I am sorry. And then the next day she posted another 7-minute video. This girl.
Honestly, I can't blame her. If I get a hit like this and it's popping, I'm making a fucking multi-episode series, bro.
Like she's getting
You guys are getting the weekly Sombr talk.
Like valid to her. She is
Pop
milking
off.
the moment.
I would do the same thing.
She, in this video, she talks about how the video blew up on TikTok, but also Twitter, and it caused her to get a lot of death threats and almost I also got a girl doxxed. And she
Shout
also
out
was saying that
Twitter.
it's a double thesis into parasocial relationships. She talks about the opener and how she was rough and apologized about that. And then the opener wrote a whole paragraph in her comments, which I believe I originally did send to you, but I cannot find for life what this comment was, because I believe she went and deleted it. So the original comment responding to the criticism I could not find. But the opener's fans defended her, saying that she's like young and she's new. And Megan said like hate does come as a performer and she needs to get thicker skin. She did apologize 3 times. And then she went on Twitter and apparently the opener said, quote, "Rewrite at dawn." Right after Meg said that she was getting death threats. So then
Fun.
the opener responded to that video. I would never ever encourage hatred, especially death threats. Fans were coming to my defense on a bunch of negative videos online. Quote, "You truly right at dawn" was me reacting to how many people were supporting me and expressing gratitude for that. I had no idea about any threats, and I absolutely do not condone that behavior. I'm truly sorry that happened, and it never should be. I deleted the tweet to prevent any further misunderstanding. And then she also posted on her TikTok, "I do not condone hate, harassment, or threats towards anyone sharing their opinion about me. I saw a tweet I posted saying, quote, 'You truly ride at dawn, holy shit,' end quote, was recently misquoted in someone's video without full context. That tweet was genuinely shocked reaction to people defending me and recognizing them for leaving kind messages amid hundreds of hate comments and videos I received online. I was not directing it towards that creator of the video, nor was it meant to encourage harassment. With that being said, I understand how my words could have been misinterpreted. Adding to the negativity was never my intent. And because of that, because that was the result, I am deeply regretful for commenting on it, and I will be more mindful of moving forward. I wasn't aware of any threats being made as I have been limited my time online. If you're sending hateful messages and threats on my behalf, please stop. That's not what I stand for. Let's treat each other with kindness, respect. I'm grateful for the support and excited to keep growing on this tour. See you next show." Now, if you were the opener, if you were the person making this, do you think that was about her? Do you think that We Ride at Dawn was a hit? Was an attack?
Yeah, I think it low key, like if I'm the opener and I'm saying something like that, I'm probably like dropping that, like, yo, like fuck it, like I'm like annoyed at her. I'm like, yo, fuck her, and I say that, and then my team comes to me and they're like, yo, she's getting a lot of death threats, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I should probably like fix this. But I think originally, yeah, it probably was meant for her, and as like an attack.
And then Megan, we're going back to Megan in the same video that we're talking about, talks about role model drama. Now, you mentioned that he is your king. You love role model. As
Of course,
she
shout out
mentioned him
Tucker.
for 2 seconds in her original video. She posted a screenshot on her story, role model, liking her video. posted
Oh.
a screenshot and put a meme, thought it was really funny, and then people were DMing her saying to take it down because there was a full-on war on Twitter. And she was getting a bunch of DMs. She decided to DM one girl being like, yes, it was real, but I took it down, because she did take it down, because he was receiving hate, which wasn't her intent, and explained that he could have liked it because she complimented him and wasn't maybe an attack on Sombr. And Meg does say, like, she did fumble, like, she should have kept it to herself. But then she decided to post on her story, and quote, with a meme, but what if it was photoshopped? Which caused all the fandoms on Twitter to then want to attack her, because they're like, I knew it was fake. Which she claims it wasn't fake. And just kind of like all flipped. And then this girl that she actually DM'd was actually like an op on Sombr's team, being like, she lied to me. How dare she? So now Role Model is in this mess. He did tweet out, go touch grass, but honestly, that could be for anyone at that point. Who knows if that was specifically for that scenario, or was because he brought out Charlie XCX.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there was like the Charlie stuff going on. There's like, Tucker's just in the middle of shit, bro.
Yeah. So then, on October 19th, he replied. And we're gonna play that video. Could you hear it last time?
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Let's play the... Where is... Shit. I didn't send myself the video. Hold. Don't know how I did that. Paste. Send. Okay. Here is Sombr's response. We go like this. We close this. I should open all the tabs before.
I thought I was chronically.
Shut up. I haven't showed
Hey,
you.
we're learning.
Shush.
This is our...
Sorry, not you. Sombr was talking.
Oh. I was like, oh, my bad.
But yeah, this is the first time. Let me get rid of all the others. Okay, ready?
This is our first super planned segment, so
True.
bear with us.
I thought I was chronically online, but it's just come to my attention that there's a TikTok drama going around because a 25-year-old attended my concert and was basically complaining that there were too many tweens there. I was making too many brain rot jokes, and she just thought it was a cringe concert. And also she was body shaming me, and it's kind of started a massive body shaming hate train directed towards me on a lot of videos of me on the internet right now, which is... I totally respect people having opinions, but I am a 20-year-old artist, freshly 20. And if you're 25 years old and you're going to come to my concert and not expect people younger than you to be there when I, the artist, am 5 years younger than you, it's just a skill issue. I mean, also, like, the jokes thing, like, you had to have known about my online presence before coming to my concert. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I've never uttered a serious word in my life. And also, I make jokes for 5 minutes of the concert, and the rest is music. Like, live a little, enjoy life. Every age, sex, sexuality, gender, race, everyone is welcome at my concert, and I mean everyone. You guys need to find problematic people to hate on, because I am just existing. Also, I'm just going to give a quick tutorial. Also, I just remembered that I had a fever and bronchitis at the show she went to, but the show goes on. I will not cancel unless I'm on my deathbed.
Unless he's on his deathbed.
Side note for audio listeners, when he said, let me give you a tutorial, he showed a video of him touching grass.
Fake grass, let me add. That was not real grass, that was fake grass. Yes, that was his response video. Yes, you now, according to my laws, study PR. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Not great. Not spectacular. If I'm his PR team, I'm not too excited. I think if he just didn't acknowledge it, it would have gone away.
No, literally would have been absolutely
like. She's on her like fourth video about it. The beef kind of even left him and was like her versus
the opener,
like
and role model.
Opener. So like I'm not even sure why he like started swinging again, but I don't know.
Yeah, a little lost on that as well. But hey, that was the reply. So then the next day she replied to his reply. We love this.
We reopened the beef.
She basically literally went word for word with everything that he said and responded to it, saying that he should get a PR team because how did they land on body shaming? In her 9-minute video, she said that he looked like Slenderman and Nicole Dynamite dancing, which I believe I did mention that, right?
Yeah. You did mention that. Now I gotta say, saying the like looks like Slenderman as
that I can see it being body shaming.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
No matter how true it may be, I'm not saying it's true, but no matter.
But if
no matter
I
how true
was,
it may be, you probably shouldn't say that. And the dancing thing, he does suck at dancing, but so do I. So you know what? I'm not one to judge.
Yeah, she didn't really she did body shame him. I wouldn't say the whole if I only watched his video, I would expect the whole thing would be body shaming. I don't think that is.
I would have expected her to go like a little harder.
She then also mentions how he says that she's 25 as if she's like an old hag.
Yeah, he says it like it's a slur.
Yeah.
He's like this 25-year-old. It's like, okay.
And he mentioned that he's freshly 20 when he turned 24 months ago, and his birthday's in July. So I don't know when you can. I'm still freshly 21.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. My birthday was in June. I do say that I just turned 22 when I'm talking about my age. So shit. Maybe it's just us holding on to youth.
But he does admit that his audience is tweens, right? You heard that. He does say that.
Yeah.
But he doesn't mention any of the comments that he made about that's sexual, and apparently his management also keeps deleting comments talking about like, hey, why do you not mention this? So
they're like, so it's like he like swung at some of the stuff that he thought could be an easy win on, and then anything that was like kind of iffy, he was like, that stuff we'll sweep under the rug and I just won't talk about.
Yeah.
I see.
So it's like, that's suspicious. That's weird.
That's suspicious.
But that's basically where she stops on TikTok. I haven't looked at any of their social medias. Apologies. I researched as much as I could research, alright? And
that's fair.
Sombr has not said anything from my understanding. However, this has caught a lot of attention with other people mentioning their experiences and their thoughts on the whole matter. But there are many videos now of him barking, using his mic stand as a dick, grabbing his dick, photos of him in the audience, basically like kind of like leg spreading, and then like the girls are holding up his legs. Like there's a girl with like her hand on her like his ass.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff.
So yeah, and then also people are now, Sombr fans are now basically being like, oh, if you hate Sombr for all of this, you have to hate Sabrina Carpenter. You cannot be hating on Sombr if you're a fan of Sabrina. They do the same shit by sexualizing. Like, don't even PMO.
TSPMO, bro. TSPMO. No, because Sabrina, like, all right. At the end of the day, every artist is gonna have fans who are younger, right? Like, there's kids out there that are bumping fucking like Elvis, bro. You know what I mean? So like, it's inevitable to have younger fans, but him doing the like whole brain rot thing and stuff like that is kind of like catering to that audience. It's like if you made Roblox videos and then when people said that your fans were tweens, that you were like, yeah, but this guy who's making like Rainbow Six Siege videos, he's making videos too. But it's like you're like catering your content to kids. Like he's catering his concert towards younger audiences and then doing the sexual thing. Sabrina is catering herself mature and like, yeah, she has younger fans. It's like bound to happen, but that's not the audience she's like going for, you know?
Yeah, no.
And so then at that point, it's kind of like up to the parents to step in and regulate.
But yeah, no, so a lot of people are comparing them to. I do have that clip that I played earlier of all of him, saying all the weird ass things. Not sure.
Mm-hmm.
You basically get the sense, the idea of it. But yeah, I don't like some. I like his songs for some reason always play when I am at the gym. I don't know why. I don't know how.
That's so weird too, because that doesn't seem like gym. My gym plays like Skrillex will come on or like Drake, and it's like hype
Well,
stuff.
we get like that, or we get like some Chapel Roan. They're very
Okay.
girly pop at my gym.
Yeah,
Um,
but like even Chapel Roan can be like kind of like upbeat fun. Like I'm working now. Maybe I don't know Sombr's music enough, but I feel like Back to Friends. I'm not hitting a PR on bench to Back to Friends.
well, hey, the gym really likes it. I don't know why, but yeah, no, this whole drama, like, it's kind of funny because it started all from just one girl sharing her opinion online.
Yeah, that's the thing
And
too. Is it's like yeah, she hit you with some insults. She had some digs. Like that sucks. But like at the end of the day, she just shared her opinion on your concert, and like you just don't have to respond like that. Like you can
yeah.
you can just you can just take it on the chin and be like, all right, you know what? That's her opinion. I'm still like selling out venues and shit. You know what I mean? Like he still has a career. He's doing well. So I don't get what his issue was and why he felt like he had to respond.
But hey, that's the somber drama that's happened in the past week. And that's the conclusion of my segment of Pop Your Pop Culture Pussy. Thank you for listening. I
Um
was like, should I make a whole presentation? I went, no, this ain't no school assignment.
yeah, I mean, Back to Friends is like a decent song. Chelsea Cutler has it on a playlist
Yeah, no,
that
the
I
songs
followed.
like awkwardly are stuck in my head. Like I'd be just like sitting there and I'm just like, La boo boo, how can we go back to being
why
friends?
is, why, why is why is Labubu
La
one of your
boo
vocal ticks?
boo, la boo la boo la boo boo. You know how it is.
Okay, fair
You know,
enough,
you
fair
never
enough.
hit a la boo boo sometimes? You're just like sitting there and you're just like, la boo boo. I think Nick is going crazy from how many times I do it. I just be, well, like, about to go to bed and I'm just like, la boo boo, la boo
I think
la boo.
when I usually do it, I usually do from the South Park episode where they are sacrificing Labubus to Satan, and they do like a ritual, and they're like la boo boo 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 la boo boo. I usually do that.
They mention La Fufus in the newest episode of Abbott Elementary.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh,
there's a
that reminds me.
cellar.
Speaking about shows, one little quick thing. We watched The Summer I Turned Pretty,
We
and
did watch the Summer Turn Pretty.
speaking about bad PR, I don't know if you saw this on Twitter this week because there's been a whole lot going on, so this might have fell off your feed. This might not have popped up. But a girl on Twitter, just like a normal human being living their life, got engaged. Congratulations to her. Um, and she decided to post about her engagement, as she was very excited to be engaged to the love of her life. Um, and unfortunately for her, the internet decided, fuck you, your ring is tiny.
Oh,
And they started attacking her for how small her ring was. Despite not knowing anything about her economical background, not knowing her at all for some reason, everyone decided that they needed to comment on the size of her ring. And this came to a head when the official Prime Video account
oh.
started making jokes about the size of her ring and insulting her ring by posting Jeremiah and being like, "Oh, is this your fiance?" and joining in on everyone insulting the size of her ring. So, not the best week for PR.
This whole week has been so fun on social media.
Yeah, I've almost deleted Twitter like 12 times.
Yeah, I don't even tweet on Twitter, but it's more
Yeah, me
TikTok.
neither.
Also, can't escape on TikTok. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you won't know. Because we're just people. We can't really comment on it because we don't know it personally. You know, you feel me? You got me?
Yeah.
But we do know the
yeah.
Sombr drama personally.
We do. We are personally invested in the Sombr drama.
John might have just learned his name is Sean, but trust
Shane.
me,
Shane. His name is Shane.
Shane. I thought it was Sean. Shit.
I don't know.
But that's a perfect
But-
time to end this because
Wow. Yeah, it is.
holy shit.
What
If
did?
you guys don't know because you can hear through my Steam notifications. That we had a really long. We had 106 round of balloons
We
tower
used-
defense.
We went for 160. Yeah, we went from doing really rough to having an insane game to the point where I ended the game there with 243,000 coins in my pocket because I was running out of space and ideas of what to buy. So I just stopped buying stuff.
Oh, I thought, yeah, I only bought 17 things. I was lagging and I couldn't see any of my things. So I just kind of gave up on that half.
That would probably be because if you look at the screen that says abilities used, you use 16. I used 393 abilities.
To be fair, I also learned about the abilities last time we played. I
Mhm.
did not know that was a thing.
Also, I didn't realize how good. I love how we're not going to talk about the game. Listen, we're just ending.
It's
here,
ending the
okay?
episode,
content's
okay?
over. I didn't realize how fucking good your spike factories were. My pop count overall. Wait, I'm so confused. My pop count was 726,000. Yours was 168,000. So I had like more pops than you. But at the bottom it says you had like 10 million pops, or maybe that's just like layers or something destroyed with your spike factory, and it was like way higher than my top guy.
Spike factories.
Your monkey star like big ass red factory was a demon apparently. Yeah, 12 million layers popped.
I don't even know where you see that.
If you
Like, I
click on him,
closed it.
he's the guy by like the helipads and stuff.
Yeah.
On the left side.
I see.
You click it, and then it's at the top. There's like a
I
like
see.
pop animation, and then a number. Yeah, he had 12 million layers popped. My top guy had 7 million. It's like I had more like kills, but you fucking cleared my layers.
But that's where we end the episode. Thank you so much for listening. Unless
We appreciate it.
Why you go eh?
What
You went eh?
did I?
Maybe I'm hearing things.
I don't remember doing that. This isn't me gaslighting you.
Who knows?
Did I? Did I? Did I? Oh, did I?
Let us know if you enjoyed this episode and what other content you would like to see, or game suggestions, or anything like that. Go ahead. All right.
And
Sign us off.
thanks for the support. Thanks for the support. Sub to the YouTube. Feel free to watch the video. Rate us 5 stars. And tell Justin Bieber that I am looking for a job.
He's
So go to his
currently
Twitch
watching
chat and...
the LA Dodgers versus the Blue Jays. So below
Yeah, I saw that.
right now. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
La
La boo boo. You didn't even wish me happy birthday.